Here we are, settle in. And it's the start of a new series. I just marvel at how we can flow with life and life keeps flowing. And then we can have a place to start fresh frequently, which I think is important in our busy life. Where you go, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to reset. So you made it. Here you go. You get to reset. This series is called Balance. And it is certainly, for me, balance is far more than can you stand on one leg, or can you eat a balanced diet, or can you balance work and play? Can you open to how you feel on any given day and notice what that 100% is of your energy on the day you're doing this practice, and let that start to be how you navigate and negotiate life. But navigate life in a way that is in alignment with where you are currently and how do you want to be in the near future and maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now. Interestingly enough, everything you ate for breakfast today takes a full 30-day cycle to become a deep wellspring of energy for you. And that depends on if you do everything in according to living in harmony with yourself for the next, especially 36 hours and then up to 30 days. Isn't that wild, right? Because I can't remember what I had for breakfast a week ago, let alone 30 days ago. So right leg over left. Regroup. Living in balance for me is, what just happened and how did it affect me and who am I now? And let me just take a minute. They do this in Feldenkrais, if you've heard of Feldenkrais. And the Feldenkrais method, every time when you stand up, you pause and you find both feet and you stack yourself up, just like we've been doing today. So another method that reaffirms. Press the right hip forward and down, right hand behind. As you lift up, really feel the plumb line of you and get as open to that as you can. With awareness of that, you'll bow the heart forward intentionally. Elbow hooks to knee, right hip hooks forward and down. Anchor the tailbone, lift up through the navel. This is pretty advanced class, I'm going to say, but you guys are doing great. Doesn't seem advanced according to the postures. Energetics advances yoga. You can start to understand how energy flows. That's where I want this series to go, the balance series. It's about, we could really balance the energy. Top of the throat, because another, it's the same thing. I don't know why, but humans want to lead with our head instead of lining up the whole of us. So you've got to, in this twist, it's another common misalignment. I want you to pull the top of the throat back. It may not feel like you're as deep in the pose. And then try to turn around your spine from the base to the base of the hips to the base of the crown. Yeah. Now stay anchored in the tailbone and unwind from bottom to top. Yeah, that's good. Bow that forward. If you want to go deeper, root the right hip forward and down. Lift up through the belt. So literally back out of the pose a little bit and lift up like you were pulling a string from the tail to the crown, and then pull the heart and the center of the body forward to the best of your ability, not the head. Weird, huh? Humans are weird. We're beautiful, amazing creatures, and we're weird. Okay, unwind. Ah. Place the left hand. This is going to be a guess because you don't know until you get up into your variation of gatekeepers. And then from there, you're going to go, nope, that's not right. I'm going to find balanced action by moving a foundational placement that's going to help me. Just like anything. Once you get there, you have to refine and find some balance. So play now with hips back, tailbone long, and building the back bend from the tail to the navel, to the solar plexus, to the heart, to the top of the throat. Awesome. Yeah. Think of your tailbone as the hinge point. The hinge point. Good. And to more specifically define the focal point of the pelvis, it literally is the junction where your tailbone meets your sacrum. Those two bones are fused, but it's an energetic pivot point. It's not, I repeat, it is not at the top of the sacrum where the spine is. That's where most people, that's why it's the most commonly injured disc in the whole body. S1, L1, S5, or I don't know, L1, S1. L5, S1, there we go. So I'll show it to you from back here. If you want this, here's your pivot, your hinge point. It's way down here. It's not up here. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then in contrast, the inner thighs are helping hold that in check. Because we do push the hips, the thighs forward, but your tailbone and your butt can't overpower the inner thighs. So there's balance. We're going to take that into Camatkarasana from gatekeepers. Right arm down, left leg extends, right leg pivots. We've done this before, but it's been a while. Now imagine another hinge joint. It's right at the shoulder blade, the base of the bottom of the shoulder blade. And that's going to turn the heart space forward as the hinge joint of your tailbone. So we're still learning how to line up from the tailbone to the navel, to the solar plexus, now up into the heart. Lift and lengthen your left leg. Bend your left knee. Top of the throat back. Tailbone down. Hold your right left hand to left foot. Good. Now, place that left foot back behind you. Lift your left elbow high, so the midline energy's got to go wide. Root the tailbone, top of the throat back, and really open. Here's a version of Wild Thing modified. From the tailbone, unwind and bow the heart forward and come to all fours. Extend right leg, pivot left. Turn around the shoulder blade and line yourself up. Extend and lift right leg. Bend your right knee. Pull the top of the throat back and lengthen the tailbone towards the inner left knee as you reach back for your right foot. You go. And then place that right foot behind you on the floor. Push the hips back. Lengthen the tailbone. And curl the heart open. Inhale from the tailbone, pull the heart forward, all fours. Child's pose. Thank you.